What's up, everybody? This is Austin Harrell. I'm a retail leasing agent, and today we're in Thousand Oaks, California, and we're at Chocolatine. It's a French cafe on Thousand Oaks Boulevard, and we have the owner here with us, Sandrine. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you and about the business?
Yes, sure. Hi, bonjour. So yeah, this is Chocolatine French Cafe. So it's a small little cafe on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. It's between Bada Street Tacos and Oak and Iron, which is a speakeasy also on each end of the building. So we've been here before them, though. We've been here since 2004.
Okay.
But we were not the owner at this time with my husband. We actually bought the business from the former owner in 2014, so 6 years ago. And we've kept the tradition, like we haven't changed so much of the business, either on the menu or the decoration is very similar. So from what it was already since the beginning. And so my husband is actually the one baking and cooking in an offsite kitchen in Westlake. And I'm the one
Okay.
in the store pretty much all the time. I used to have an employee, but after the virus, she moved and I never rehired someone. So I've been working a lot right now. So the funny story about how we actually find out about this business, because a lot of people say, hey, how did you end up in Thousand Oaks from France? Because yeah, we moved from France. So
Yeah.
we were visiting a friend who worked at Amgen at that time, and so we were on vacation here, and we were just walking on the boulevard with our son, who was just 2 years old at this time, on a stroller, and we just found this little French flag at the door on the boulevard, and we were like, "Hey, a French cafe! Let's just come in to just check it out and talk to the owner and see how they like the life here." And we just came as customer, and finally we just ended up knowing that they were going to sell the business the following year for retirement. And we just kept in touch once we were back to France. We kept in touch for like 6 months, and finally we came back, got our visa, and invest in this business. It was just opportunity. It just we just took it like that and say, let's just try. It's a challenge. Yeah. It's a
Wow.
challenge, but we love it. I like this business. I like the community here. It's been
Sure.
fun. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely a beautiful community for sure. And so tell us a little bit about, we're kind of in this new world. Are you guys open now? Do you have any outdoor seating? Is it mainly to go? Or how is business looking now?
Oh yeah. So it's funny because this whole thing happening right now. I mean, temporary, hopefully. I just
Right.
remember every day. It's like being. It's like I always laugh about it. I say it's like starting a pregnancy for me, and hopefully at the end it's gonna be a nice baby. But and so I remember it was March 15th. Then we got the call from the health department saying that we were not allowed to serve inside anymore. And I remember the room was full of people, and I was kind of looking at everybody and say, "Oh, I guess it's becoming serious now. We can't serve anymore." So this was my last day. It was on a
Right.
Sunday. So on Monday, I remember we came here with my husband. I called my employee, and I have one employee doing the prep, and I was like, "Huh, what should we do?" I said, "I've never done like to go so much. Like this is a place where people just come because they like the atmosphere, they like the ambience, they like to
Right.
chat with us. They just yeah, it's just like cultural. Like it's just a nice way to share experience." And we
Right.
just look at each other. We came the first morning and we're like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" And I called one of my friends in Simi Valley who has a restaurant. He's older, so he's like in the industry for longer than that. And I called him and I said, "What are we doing now?" And he said, I remember he said, "Just never close, do everything possible, but never close your business. Just pivot right away the way you can." And so the first, I don't know, probably the first 3 weeks, it was a disaster because I never really knew how to do like takeout. We were not doing any delivery through the delivery like DoorDash, Grubhub, like nothing like that. But he kept calling me and said, "Just continue, just do takeout, whatever people come, a little bit, just do it." And so the thing is, I think what makes us not stronger, but I think what makes us like passing through this whole crisis, I would say not well, but at least not so bad, is that we kept the business open the whole time and just trying to pivot really quick. Like it was like, well, if we can serve to go, just make to go. And then I signed up for Grubhub, for DoorDash. We just keep going. And then on Memorial Day, they say, hey, now you can have inside seating again. And I was like, okay, but social distance. So we put 4 tables inside again. And a month later, it was like, no, we can't again. So we just stopped. But I think from this experience, I mean, it's stressful. Like the first 2 weeks, I was crying almost every day when people asked me how I was doing. But what I remember is I just learned to really pivot really quick and just say, well, this is survival mode. And if I want to keep having revenue, I need to find a way to make it. Yes. So it worked pretty well. I mean, I'm not saying it worked well, like we are still doing less profit, but since we stayed open the whole time, I think a lot of people realized it and just tried to support us. Like we had a lot of loyal customers who keep coming every week. Like it was good.
We know you're on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. Do you suggest they go to your website or call, or what would be the best way for customers to get in touch?
To find us? Like, well, easy way. Well, you just Google Chocolatine. It's gonna pop right away.
Perfect.
You even don't need to, like, if you're around, if you're in the area, automatically Google, whenever you type Chocolatine, is gonna find it. So then Perfect. You can click on our website. I mean, it's easy to find all the information through the website. Then from the website, you can go to Instagram, you can go to Facebook, I mean, whatever social media you prefer. But yeah, sure. Like all the information are pretty much the same on any social media. I make it easy, so you don't have to sign up for everything. Perfect. And yeah, and on Yelp, of course, I mean, people make nice review. It's rare that I have some bad ones. I mean, it happens, but yeah, it's why I say we have a good community here, and people are very, like, I'm very grateful about this, how small it is. And I think it's what people enjoy, is that our cafe is very, like, easygoing, and people enjoy just, like, it's very personal. So, sure. And I'm always there. So when people come, they know it's going to be me. When they have me on the phone, they recognize me, like, it's easy. So, I mean, but the bad part about this is it's hard for me to hire someone to take my spot. But at the same time, it's what I love. I like it, so.
Right. Well, I love that passion. That's great. So, yeah. What is the most popular item or product that you sell?
Ooh, all of them. It depends who is gonna get it. Well, I mean, we make good coffee, and probably cheaper than some other brand that I won't say here. We make, everything is homemade. The only thing we don't make here are the chocolate candies. It comes from Carpinteria. It's a French chocolatier. But all the rest of the display and all the menu, it's all handmade by my husband and his employee with him. So crepes, we have great crepes. We make quiches. I mean, all kind of grilled sandwiches. It's very easy, like cafe dishes. So people enjoy it any time of the day. I mean, it's great for breakfast. It's great for brunch, afternoon snack. I mean, anytime. It's very, very like casual. Yeah.
That's great. Would you want to maybe show us around a little bit? I know you have such a cute cafe. I want to make sure you get a little glimpse.
It looks a little empty right now. I mean, I don't have any customer, but let me see. So, and of course, there is no table anymore. So usually this is full of table. I have my little French flag. It's party every day here.
Love that.
Here is our display. So this is the chocolate I was telling you from Carpinteria. So I don't make those, but we make the bottom ones. All the truffles are from here. We make some macarons as well. And we also have another display here of pastries.
Nice.
This is all homemade, pastries and some cookies.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is our new kind of menu now, with my little mascot wearing his mask. So now people just scan this QR code, so nobody touches the menus anymore. It's easier.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's very simple. It's we have just our counter. So this used to be a counter where people can sit, but I kind of replace with artificial plants because I'm not green hand at all. And so now I kind of make sure that people don't stand at the counter with the virus. And I didn't want any plexiglass because it doesn't look very nice.
Sure.
And this is whenever you work here, this is my place. So with the coffee machine and here it is,
Perfect.
a little cozy and very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the bathroom, I have to make you visit the bathroom because we made the decoration recently. This is what happened when we have time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we got
Well,
we got some nice little French advertising everywhere.
yeah.
Here we go.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That's perfect.
this is a little place.
Yeah. If you guys haven't been there to check them out, definitely do. That it's a really cool property just because you can almost make a whole day of it. You know, you can get lunch, you can get and then
you
know,
go
of
to
course, the
Mexico,
cafe.
you go to France, you can get a Chinese massage, and then you go to a speakeasy at night.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect.
No, it's what I say. A lot of people, they came like recently and they were like, well, we were supposed to be in France this summer, so this will be a little trip to France today. So,
There you go. There you go.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
that's why I say
are
we try
you?
to keep it as authentic as possible. Like a lot of people sometimes they say, hey, why you don't do like a avocado toast or, you know, like a scrambled eggs? And I'm like, because it's not French. And I say, I want to keep it authentic. I mean, I don't mind to make, I mean, of course, when you have a business, you want to make business, but I think whatever makes us, I think it's the difference that actually makes the strength. And I really want to stay like that. I don't want to just make the same menu than everybody. So,
I think you're very smart in doing that. I think just being true to yourself and true to your
yeah,
identity, and if you believe in it, I agree. I
exactly.
think, yeah, and I think just supporting the local businesses like you is so important. That it's so cool. I mean, it is. It's like going a little afternoon in France, you know, and I think that's
Yeah.
so cool. You know, you can go to those other coffee brands and get, you know, the same menu at 1,000 locations, but yours is one of a kind. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think it's easier to do business whenever it's what you say, whenever you believe it and whenever you really like what you're doing, it's easier to actually sell your products too. Like
Right.
I remember whenever we started the business, there was a chicken crepe that the previous owner were making. And before we opened, I tried it and I was like, oh, I don't like that. And so I actually removed it from the menu. And then whenever at the beginning people were asking, where is the chicken crepe? And I was honest, I say, I'm sorry, but I didn't like it. So I just took it off the menu because I can't sell something I don't like.
Right.
So yeah, so whenever now people get served, they say, hey, what is good on the menu? I'm like, well, everything, because everything is on the menu is because I approved it.
I'm curious, after, you know, some of the quarantine and restrictions are lifted,
Yes.
what sort of activities or what sort of business would you like to go to?
One thing I really want only is to go out to dance salsa. I miss dancing. Like I used to go to what's the name? I forgot because it's been so long now. Boogies in Westlake. On
Okay.
Wednesday nights they do salsa dancing, and I used to go often because I like this kind of spirit. And so I said, this is the thing that I really miss is to dance and also to just travel, just simple travel.
Well, thank you so much for your time. And it's been nice getting a little bit of insight from you, a local business owner. And I'm just about a half a mile away. So I need to get back in and say hello and get a cup of coffee.
Yeah, well, thank you for thinking of us for your little interview. I think it's great.
Yeah,
it's a great idea because maybe some people that you know didn't know us, so maybe they're gonna be curious now.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Any last thing that you would like to say? I think for me, I think we covered it pretty good.
I think too. Well, one thing I always say to my son is nothing is impossible.
There you go. Perfect. That's a good note to end on. And thank you once again, and hopefully talk to you soon.
Yes, I hope so.
All right.
Bye.